G'day and welcome back to Dark Solid Gaming and Farming Simulator 22 and Haut-Beyleron. And yes, we are back continuing on with our new series here in FS22 on the European, or actually French regional map. All right, let's get cracking. All the guys had stopped work because we actually had to drop out of the game to do a couple of little things. So we're just going to get everyone going again. I'm going to get this guy continuing on here, and we've just got this here. So what we're going to start off with, since we've just got this delivered, we're going to get the L-Hoe and we're going to start dealing with our rocks. So let's just take it over and get started. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over to our field where we've just been cultivating it, and with the Voltra, hopefully this will have enough guts to pull this and deal with it. But we're going to do all these little stones. See them all there? All right, so what we're going to do, going to lower, there we go, and then we're going to activate, and then as I go around through here we should see that it picks up the rocks. That's the idea. There we go. And then when I put my HUD back, in fact I'll very quickly do that, my apologies, I forgot that I'd done that. There we go. We are now collecting stones as well in the hopper of the L-Hoe, and we can go off and sell them or get rid of them or something. I haven't actually gone that far yet, so we're going to learn something new. But basically we just come around and collect all the stones off the field, and then we're good to go. I'm going to do some laps of sorting that out while we're finishing off the cultivating and then also the harvest. And then I also then want to look at doing some other things in relation to the farm as in expanding and all that sort of stuff. But we'll sort of see how that goes. All right. Put this little bit of rock over there. Get that. Raise that. All right. So I hope everyone's doing well. We are enjoying exploring and navigating our way through FS22 so far. Quite a few new things, quite a few improvements, quite a few small niggly problems, but by and large that's what they are. So I'm quite pleased with where we're at so far with FS22. I'm very happy with the fact we don't have to sit here and bitch, whinge and moan all about the game and what's not being done properly and all that sort of stuff. Certainly at the moment most of the stuff is just small niggly stuff. So hopefully in the next patch or two, which hopefully won't take 6 months, a lot of that stuff can be sorted out. That would be the ideal. All right. So for those of you that aren't aware, we got this this stone picker in the first episode. It was actually one of the items that was on the used sales area. So we saved over 60% on the purchase price by getting a used unit, and it was just perfect timing because we knew we had to get these stones and then off the field. So that was fantastic. So all right, we're gonna swing in here now. Now they're much akin to the weeds, I guess. They're sporadically placed through the field. We just need to take the time to go and do it. I don't know if AI Worker will just do strips. In fact, probably let's find out. Seemingly so. So he's just going to continue going on through there, and he'll continue to do that. All right. Well, we're going to leave him there. I'm going to head on over and grab this guy off the middle of the field, because he's now finished his job, so we can move him off the field. Oh, hang on, is he going to get tied up on the tree? No, good. I was thinking, oh, he's going to get tied up again. I've got to get that cedar out of there as well, so I've got to remove that. But we'll take this up to the farm. Looks like the combine's almost finished harvesting. In fact, he has finished harvesting by the look of it. Reversing all the way out the other end of the field for some reason, but anyway, he must have a good reason He wouldn't just do it for the sake of doing it, surely. All right. We're going to place this back in here. Now, one of the other good things too, and it was actually my good mate Jimmy that sort of alluded me to this last night, because I hadn't actually driven into a shed. But the variance in sound when you go undercover is actually present, and that's very good as well. So what I'm experiencing at the moment, you may not be able to hear it, and if I don't shut up, is there's a bit of reverberation of the sound because we're actually undercover. So that's very good. Anyway. I'll just bring him out to there and we'll leave him there. Okay. All right, we'll switch over and grab the combine. Seeing as he is now finished. And we'll go and offload him. Now, we need to pick up the straw and we also need to cultivate the field, all that sort of stuff. So I haven't got anything to do with the straw, so I am going to need to go get a loading wagon. So we might just go and order one of those and send one of the guys to go pick that up and continue on with that. I do want to take a loan out and sort of see what else we can get. I do want to definitely get a bigger plough or cultivator. Not overly big because I'm not going to buy new tractors or anything yet. I just want to get something that's just a little bit bigger that we can deal with. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go into the menu here. I'm going to have a look at what we've got in the garage. So small tractors, just so I can get an idea of the horsepower. So 135 horsepower for him. Medium tractors, 170 and 190. So we can go up to 190 horsepower, which is fine. So I'm now going to go head on over here and have a look and see what we can get. Right. So if we have a look at our plows, in fact, what I was going to do is look at the spaders. So that's 200 horsepower. So we haven't quite got the power for that. That's 100 horsepower. That's 3 meters. That's 4.5 meters. What was the width of? That's 2.5 meters. So anything above 4 meters is really what we're after. All right. So I'm not going to get a spader because I need a bigger tractor. Cultivator. 3 meters, 4 meters, 5 meters. I can just do that. Can't do that. So 5 meters for a Lemken. How much is that Lemken? 24,000. Okay, that's reasonable enough. We'll come back to that in a second. What was that? Cultivators, plows. Well, we are going to need a plow. Now, I was also told by my mate Jimmy J that one of these plows is supposed to turn, but it doesn't turn. So that's another little problem we need to deal with. Can't use that one. Can't use that one. Could probably almost use that one, but probably be pushing it. So we're not going to worry about that for now. But the spaders can act as a plow. You know what? I might just bite the bullet and get that. So let's buy that. I may be able to upgrade the engine in one of the tractors anyway. So we're going to get that. Okay. And I was going to get a loading wagon, but I don't think I've got enough money now, so I might have to get a loan. Where are we? Forage wagons, 30,000. So I am a bit short. Okay. Let's just check to make sure there's nothing in here. A windrower. What's that? Windrowers. 3 meters. Yeah, what? I'm going to try that. I'm going to grab that. So let's grab that as well. Okay. Try something new. He's 75 horsepower. He's no good to me. Right. So we've got that. I'm also going to go into here and get a loan. This is the horrible part. I apologize for the clicking. I'm going to borrow $500,000. The premise of this is borrow my $500,000. Right, there we go. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to go back into the shop I'm going to get my loading wagon that I need. So this is my need. I need a loading wagon. We're going to grab that. Fine. Yeah, not mucking about with that. All right. And then I don't think there's anything else we really need for the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back out of there. And I'm going to go here to the map. I'm going to have a look and see what price the land is around us to see if we can buy another field. So 37 there. 276,000 for a night. That's a fairly big field, although it'd be smarter to get these fields down here. So I can get field 42 and I can get field 39 both at the same time. I'm going to go back to the map overview. What's in here? Sugar beets. I don't want to deal with sugar beets. That's growing. What we might, and that's potato. So what we might do, I'm going to buy this one here. There we go. So now we have got a bigger piece of land. I do need the bigger equipment to run it. So that's fine. All right. Let's continue on with what we're doing. So we're going to fold up the combine. Or put the pipe away first, I should say. Then we're going to fold up the combine. We're going to take the combine over here to the shed and put him away. I wonder if I can get the header in here. Pretty sure I should be able to. Missed it by that much. All right. Now, lower. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, so now what I need to do, I need to send this guy over to the shop again. So we're going to go escape, just like that. And we're just going to go set destination. There we go, he's off. We could probably send you over as well. All right, so we're going to come back over here. We're going to leave the trailer there. And then I'm going to send him over to the shop as well. So we're going to set destination. As you can see, we can send multiple units over at the same time, hopefully. Blocked by an object. Why are you blocked by an object? This is where it doesn't work quite so well, obviously. So it says it's blocked by an object at destination. There we go. He's going now. Right, so he's heading over there as well. So here's our Massey that's almost over at the shop. So we're just going to get in here, go to the shop, then we're going to start bringing the stuff back. This does make for a little bit of an easier job in doing all this sort of stuff, especially if your farm's miles away. The interesting part for me is going to be with our modders. Are our modders actually going to take the time, assuming it takes time to put the splines and everything in, which is what I would assume, are they going to take the time to do exactly that? Are they going to put those in so we can actually use the AI as we are on the two base maps in the game? That will be what will be interesting. All right, so we're going to take this back, lift it up, and there we go. Right, and again, what we're going to do is we will send him back. So set destination to there. Right, there we go. He's going to be heading off. And we jump out here. We run over here to our other tractor. Right. And we grab our loading wagon. And then we can do exactly the same thing. Send him back again. So we save time by having to transport them all. And we don't have to worry about setting up an auto drive course or anything else like that. So it's all pre-done for us. So that's one of the advantages with having this, I guess. And it does work rudimentary. Some of the offloading I've had working, but other stuff I haven't, in relation to the fact that like semi-trailers get blocked all the time in turns. But by and large, generally for tractors and smaller trailers, it does seem to work okay. All right, so we're going to set destination for you. Oh, no, he won't pick up the straw. But what we're going to do is we're going to bring him instead. I'm going to bring him down here. We'll see whether he actually follows this road down here. All right, our other tractor is almost home. Excellent. Right. So let's have a look and see what's going on now. So here he is. He's almost back to the farm. Now we're going to take this out and test this. Now I think the Voltra was actually the highest horsepower tractor. Let's have another quick look just to make sure. I'll go into our garage. The medium tractor, 190, 170. Yeah. Now I don't know if we can upgrade that motor. Something to have a look at. All right. Now we don't have a workshop here. Let me see. How much is a workshop? Let's look at putting a workshop in. We come down here to construction. So buildings, tools, vehicle workshop. Vehicle workshop's only 45,000. So I think we can put a workshop in. Let's do that. Do I put it over here? Where am I going to put a workshop? I think I might put it there. Okay. Now, I think by looking at that, it hasn't gone in very well. Let me go and have a look. Looked as though it was going to sitting. Oh no, it is sitting on the ground. There you go. All right, so we've got a workshop. So let's take this little guy over here. And I'm just going to see if I can upgrade his engine. Now, I haven't used the workshop at all yet, so I'm assuming the operation of the workshop is going to be exactly the same as it was in FS19. So come over here. There's a good addition. Excellent. So if we have a tractor come in that's got multiple attachments, we can seemingly select what we want to look at and fix ourselves. So it hasn't got a engine upgrade. That's okay. But I can add the front loader attachment, for instance. And that's excellent. So I can Quickie or Hoyer. We might put the Quickie on there because we are going to need a front loader attachment. The wheel setup, I can change my wheel setup. We'll leave. No, I'll put the wide tires on that one. A little extra cost there. All right, so we're going to customize that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to try. Okay, so it's taken the weight off, which is fine. Okay, that's all well and good. So the other guy, the Voltra, has almost finished. So he's going to finish this run. I'm going to wait for him to be ready, and I'm going to get him to take the power thingy, the plow replacement, and see what we can do with that. But in the meantime, we're going to grab this guy, and we're going to go and collect some straw, just because we can, and we should. All right. So generally the textures and animations are an improvement. So I mean, looking at the straw going in there, that was actually very good. The detail in that, because you saw the straw flying through off the spinning wheel as it grapples it in and puts it into the back of the trailer. But then once it got above that, it no longer showed it spitting in because it was just adding to the straw that was there because it didn't have any room to spit out. So that's a very good bit of attention to detail. Well done, Giants. I'll give you kudos for that one. All right, I do want to check though, see if there's any errors with this attachment. Nope. The reason I'm checking that is there's been a couple of implements, tools, trailers that have caused some errors. Nothing game breaking, but they're just errors that are there that shouldn't be there, effectively. I've just been interested to see which ones create the errors. And I am putting the information back into the forums for Giants. There's no point just sitting here seeing errors and then bitching about it. If you want to make the game better, you can take an active part in doing that. And that's by providing, particularly when the game's newly released, providing the feedback to the publisher or the publisher or the developers, basically, so they actually at least know. They may not know. I mean, you could argue that they should have done their QA and should know it, but who knows what's happened, and I guess in a way give them benefit of the doubt. Right. So having that shed there means we've got a very narrow area here for the field, but that's okay. We can deal with that. All right. So still in our first day of August. Now the other thing I do want to keep an eye on too, with seasons, I picked up the fact that if you want to change your season's length from 1 day seasons, which is what it starts with generically, to anything longer, it says it occurs after the next season or that next month. Well, maybe you want it to happen straight away. So I don't know if that's going to have an impact to seasons, especially if you're doing short season cycles. But we'll see what that goes. Now, I should be able to put my straw in here, I believe. Let's see what happens and see whether there's any animation here that we should be particularly taking note of. All right. No, it just drops it off on the ground and then it all goes into there. You can hear the sound of the reverberation, which is good. Anyway, all right, so we've got the straw going in. That's fine. Okay, let's continue on. We'll start at this side now because we're here. All right. But by and large, we've got a productive day. We've spent a bit of money. We've still got some money there if we need it, and we possibly could buy a bigger tractor if we really need to. But there's other stuff we're probably going to need as well, so I don't want to just go and spend the money willy-nilly. But I guess in the back of our minds, we've always got the reassurance that we've got more money we can loan if we need to. But we're not going to... We don't want to push too far. I want to sort of play this semi-realistic in the fact that we need to be conscious of our money. We haven't got a bottomless pit of money or anything else like that, and we don't want to expand over judiciously or anything else like that. I have bought one other field, I know, but it was always on the cards for me to buy either 2 fields or 1 field. I decided that before I even started with the series recording, so that was sort of coming into play as it was, but we've got base starting equipment, so we're just going to utilize that for a bit and just make sure that we get saturated in the gameplay, which is the most important part. So we'll just continue doing that. So we'll just continue collecting our straw, and then we'll use the new plough replacement. What do they call them? The spaders. And we'll use that on this field and see if it does the job in here. And we'll probably have more rocks to collect as well. That's okay. All part and parcel of our farming experience here with Farming Simulator 22. Just a bit of a blatant plug here too. If you haven't already bought FS22 and you are considering it, then please consider using especially for PC, the code down below, so as you can get a discount. No, you don't get this. Sorry, I lie. I misspoke. You don't get a discount. I get a small kickback of about 43 cents per copy, something like that. In fact, I think it was less than 43 cents. I think it was 41 cents. But anyway, yeah. So I get a huge amount of kickback. But hey, look, it's better in my pocket than Giant's, right? Maybe. Anyway, I mean, you can consider doing that. It's entirely up to you. There are other ways to support the channel as well, but you can brief for those down in the comments as well if you wish. But for the moment, we're not going anywhere. We're going to be continuing to drive our farms and drive our videos for you here on Duck Sorely Gaming. Right. I mean, here we're going to offload here again. I do like the sounds, like the clunking sound of it releasing the the locking mechanism here on the Pottinger and all that sort of stuff. It is really, really good. I think the sounds are much improved. The water, I think, is also improved. Looking at the water, so I think, like I said, by and large, I think there's more improvements than degradations in this version of the game, which is what we expect. I mean, the transition from FS15 to FS17 was a good one. We had a fantastic game in FS17. So here we go again. See, you see it all bubbling away, coming in off the tumbler, and then once it gets above the tumbler, then it just feeds in and just keeps on stacking up. Wonderful detail. I like that. Really good. Yeah, so the FS15 to FS17 transition was pretty much seamless. It was a really good transition. FS17 had its problems out of the box, but nowhere near as much as what FS19 did, for instance. But FS22 has been pretty good. I'm not aware. Actually, I did see one post about steering wheels issues. Well, keep your hand on the wheel, duck. But certainly there hasn't been the same amount of reports of steering wheel problems that I've seen. And certainly I had no difficulty with the steering wheel this time through. Now, that may be the case, the fact that I got a new steering wheel just after release of FS19. It was after FS19, yes it was. I got the Thrustmaster steering wheel, got rid of the cheap-ass Logitech farming sim. I know, I had what was it? The early version of the steering wheel. I got rid of that, but I also got rid of that stupid farming button box. Now look, while I talk about that, if you're looking at buying that button box, the Farming Simulator Giant Machinery, or whatever the hell it's called, do yourself a favour, take it from me, don't buy it. It's cheap, it's shit. It's just really cheap rubbish stuff that came from Cytec and Logitech. You'd be far better off spending the money on a Stream Deck, an Elgato Stream Deck, which is what I've got. And I've programmed up all the buttons in there, and I've got all the controls. The only thing you don't get, that you get with that giant control box, is you get that little joystick. But then instead of paying a huge amount of money, I think it's $230 Australian or something like that, just for the button box, go and buy yourself a cheap Logitech joystick, buy yourself an Elgato Stream Deck, and then you've got it all set up. You're laughing. You don't have to worry about it. I don't use joystick. I have been considering getting my joystick back out to do some of the crane work and stuff like that, so the front loader, but by and large I just use the keyboard. So, anyway, just as an aside, don't waste your money on that button box crap from Logitech. It is really cheap and nasty. I had mine. I sold it after about 2 months. It was just so cheap, so nasty. I knew it wasn't going to have the longevity. I opened it up. The quality of workmanship in it was non-existent. So just don't bother wasting your time and money on it. Seriously. I know many people will, but if I can do anything today to help you save money, well, that's what I'll try and do. Spend it on a better steering wheel or something like that. And don't buy the whole pack with the steering wheel, because the steering wheel and the pedals in that are rubbish. Anyway, that's my little rant about gaming products at the moment. Alright, so we've offloaded 3 loads into the barn there, the straw barn. So we've pretty much finished. I'm not going to worry about that last little bit that's there. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave this here, park on the grass now. And yes, we're doing what I keep saying I shouldn't do, and that's leaving shit all over the place. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to grab the Voltra. What are you doing here? Oh, you didn't hit the tree. Oh, I thought you must hit the tree. That's okay. Right. You're going to fold up the Elho. He's now finished his job here of clearing all the rocks away, which is fantastic. The stones. I've got to find out what I'm going to do with the stones. That's the next thing. So, we'll work out what we're going to do with that. But I'm going to bring this up here. I'm going to put this on the side of the road here as well, so to speak. Then we're going to go and clean up this field where we just got the straw off, and just see if we can get the power to run this thing here. This spader. I'm really keen to see if that's got the power to do it. Otherwise, in fact, what we might do is we might just trade in one of the tractors if we're going to upgrade. I won't buy another new tractor. We'll upgrade. Trade in and upgrade. What do you think the first brand is going to be that I'm going to get? See if anyone can guess it. Rest assured, it won't be John Deere. For those of you that haven't watched my videos before, you will get a lot of tongue-in-cheek comments about John Deere. And you will also get no commentary whatsoever about those four-legged things they call horses that are a blight on the game. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But that's just a historical thing. Yeah, don't run it. Right. Why aren't you lowering? There you go. Press the right key and it'll lower. Right, let's see how we go. Oh, he is struggling a little bit. Yeah, he's struggling too much. He can't do this. Right, so what we'll do is we'll... Right, now, let's have a look. I'm going to sell a tractor. So what we'll do is... I'll sell the Massey Ferguson. We'll sell the Massey Ferguson. 73,000. All right, now let's go shopping. I only want a medium tractor, but I want something that's over 200 horsepower. So 310, 235. But see, it's going to take most of my cash. So do have to be careful. 225 to 325. What's the McCormick? 240. You know what? Actually, I'm going to... I don't think we need quite as many tractors. We got one Steyr. I thought we had two Steyrs. One owned. Okay. I would like to use the McCormick. Right, there we go. Engine 25,000. The total price is 195,000. Now that gets me the 240 horsepower engine. Front loader attachment. I'll add a front loader attachment because I think I just stole the tractor that had it. Wheel set up. Wide tires and weights will do. Knock-ins. I do like the knock-ins. Communals. Standard 2. Yeah, I do like the knock-ins. I really do. Right, license plate. I've been remiss in having put my license plates on. DU. LY. There we go. Front and back, main colour. Yep, okay. There we go. Duck Zorley. Excellent. And we're going to buy. Okay, so we can fetch our purchase at the shop. Right. Okay, now at the shop we should also still have... yes, we do. We have the windrower. Which we don't need now because we've already collected our straw. But anyway, we'll bring that back down. Look at that wonderful license plate there. Excellent. Okay. Do I attach that to the front? No, couldn't do. Yes, I can. There we go. A front-driven conveyor. Right, I'm just going to drive this one back manually. A little bit of get up and go. All right, so that's so we got a new tractor now, which is good, and that's basically our time because we've gone well and truly over time. So hope the new tractor was worth it. When we come back in the next episode, we'll continue on. We'll plough that field in and continue on with our farming here at Haut-Beyleron. And yeah, anyway, I hope you're enjoying the series. I hope you're enjoying our FS22 content. There is more to come, but particularly in mod reviews and all that sort of stuff. And if you find a mod that I haven't reviewed and you want a review on it, then please feel free to let me know. I'll be more than happy to check it out for you. And of course, don't forget, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you do subscribe, make sure you press that alarm notification icon as well, so you're made aware of when more videos like this are available on the channel. And don't forget to come and join us on Twitch, Twitter, Discord, and Facebook. Details are all down below. And most importantly, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and we'll see you again very, very soon back here at Duck Gaming. and Farming Simulator 22 with Haut-Beyleron. See you later. Bye.